Is this thing on? Mic check. What's going on, AAA family? It's your boy, Coach Smook, here on the Coach Smook Network, your favorite Alabama insider and sports media personality, bringing you another live morning show. Before we get into the show, I got to ask you to do a few things. First, just come in and like the stream. You don't know how much that truly helps the channel continue to grow. Make sure you share it out. Let somebody know that you're tapped in here on the Coach Smook Network. And also, just make sure you're subscribed. If you're not a member of the AAA family, take an opportunity and join by typing in the chat right now, exclamation mark, AAA. Hit the enter button and you'll see a link provided in the chat. And if you need help, one of our moderators can assist you. We thank you for every future partner that's getting ready to join this family and help us continue to grow. And today, we want to invite you to get into this conversation. The thoughts are on you. The phone lines are open for you. I want to hear your thoughts here on the Coach Smook Network. Somebody type it in the chat. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go.
Remember, when you see me in the streets, holler at me. Say, put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in the game, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in the game, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man. And
Appreciate
roll
that, bro.
Tide.
Roll Tide, man.
Somebody say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. Let's go. Let's go. Good morning, AAA family. It's Saturday morning, man. How y'all feeling? Got some Alabama football talk to get to. Gonna open these phone lines. We're gonna get y'all thoughts, man. I had a long day yesterday. I had a long day. A lot of conversations, a lot of fun. But we got to move around a little bit yesterday. Had to get back in that mode. Man, I lost about like 5 pounds sitting out there at that doggone spot. Man, as y'all can see, man, today's topic of conversation, today we're going to be doing basically scrimmage fallout conversations, man. Just projections for the future. We're going to be checking in with some of our rivals, man. I got some friends that's connected to little brother, cousin, them camp, whatever y'all want to call them. The Auburn Tigers should be checking in. We'll be able to check in with them today. Where's my phone? Oh, I left it in the other room. So, gonna be checking in with them. Might have Georgia check in today. And then we're gonna open the phone lines, man. We're gonna really get active. I want to hear y'all thoughts, man. I've had some great interactions, some exchanges through text, DMs with some fans, and I've encouraged a lot of people to check out the call-in show this morning. We're live on multiple platforms. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, and Kick. Make sure y'all are dropping all the reactions on each platform. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Like I said, man, we got a lot to talk about. I think we got a lot of answers. I think we got a lot of answers from the scrimmage without trying to continue to expose more details. Just going to have conversations today. Some things that we saw, some future projections based off things that we saw. But before we do that, I want to make sure I acknowledge my family, man. Let's get into this roll call here on the Coach Network, man. Here on the Coach Smook Network. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all ready for it? Let's see who we got in the chat today. Hold on, Mary J. I don't think y'all. Let's get on that. There we go. All right, now we back. Now we looking like that was too. Looked like we was in Saudi Arabia or something. I couldn't read it. It looked Arabic. It did. What up, Zach Roll Tire? Good to see you in the chat, my brother. My brother Zach. Man, Zach, I know, boy. I got a story to tell you about the script. Dominic, what's good, man? Roll Tide. Dylan, what's good, man? Roll Tide. Good to see everybody. What's good? HB98 is AK. Is dear okay? Listen, I'm gonna have a conversation. Coach Snell Gaming, what's good, my brother? You ain't even coming and say what's up. Talking about HB98 on TikTok. You ain't even come and say Roll Tide, what's up, and then you ain't tap the screen and that. Ryan Williams is gonna be a beast this year coming up. Listen, he looked great at the scrimmage. I will admit, he looked very strong at the scrimmage. What's good, Javon McGee over there on TikTok? Good to see you. Come check in on that YouTube side. Make sure you come get your comments on the screen. YouTube, Kick, Facebook. We get y'all comments on the Twitter too. I don't know why they don't do the rest of them. They need to hurry up and integrate with TikTok. We whooping tail all season long. Bro, listen, all season long. Hey, if y'all haven't seen the TikTok for the Outside with Coach Smook night before the scrimmage, it was pretty interesting. It was pretty funny because there was a young man I was asking Austin Mack or Keelan Russell to all the fans that were around. And the young man was like, he checks all the boxes. Man, that jump was so funny, man. It had me crying for like a good. I just don't understand. Like when I get to editing and stuff, man, I catch moments that I missed. Like initially, I was like, man, this dude was like, he was hype about that. Russell McDaniel, what's good, my guy? Roll Tide. I see you tapping in on TikTok too, my boy. Hey, Kay, that's the babe. Roll Tide. I already know what time it is. Let's go, man. Keep going. That's what we got. That's all we got today. Let's go. All right, I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. Who is this? Came from TikTok. Okay. I see you checking in. Is that you, Javon? Okay, Javon McGee checking in, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe. You don't want to miss. See, now this is where you get the content. This is where like you get your members only badge and you get the Smook scoop. This is where it happened at on YouTube. YouTube been good to us, man. I ain't gonna lie. TikTok, they coming along. They making it more than just gaming now. They giving us an opportunity. And we got some opportunities through TikTok, but not just them, y'all. Y'all know we love to do watch parties. And somehow or another, we got recognized and we're waiting for a response. But official game footage watch parties, like for people, that's the whole, man, it's about to get crazy. So I may only be at a few games this season because if we're going to be doing that, y'all know me, I like to be at home base. If God know that I need to be sitting in my home base when Bama play. God know that because he gave this opportunity to me. So we should be hearing something from that by Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. We'll know something. What's good? He said Trayshawn Brown is my breakout guy this season. You think he the breakout? I think he's gonna have an impact, but I don't think it's necessarily breakout. He still got a lot to learn. Very explosive. I think him being available is going to help us as far as depth. I think your guys like Daniel Hill, Kevin Riley probably going to get most of the workload while AK is out. And I think a guy like Trayshawn Brown gives you that third option. Khalifa Keith, they give you valuable options that can really do some game changing, not necessarily game changing, but keep you in phase in the game. Now Trayshawn Brown, he electric, man. He that's why I said I think they'll have spots for him where it's plays that kind of lean into his skill set, kind of highlight his skill set and get him out in the boundary, put him out in space. I don't think it's too many linebackers that's going to be able to cover that man out the backfield. We know how Grubb loves to use the running backs in the passing game, so it's going to be interesting, something to look forward to, kind of figuring out these first couple weeks. And like I said, I told you all, if you all are members, we've talked about AK Deer's injury before they put out the reports. We already knew what was going to be, and to have to endure this another year, you have to start paying attention to why Alabama's play calling system and the way that it's been for under Grubb and DeBoer, why it's been the way it's been for so many years, because of we're going to talk about it. The running back, like, life expectancy has been cut in half, even from where it was like 10 years ago. So utilization of the running backs, that's why you don't see a lot of teams having guys with 30 plus carries no more. Most of those guys, they get two years of good, strong running, then their bodies just get worn down. Players are getting bigger, faster, stronger. Taking more hits is not good on the body. I don't care who you are. So, dang, y'all, I got something in my eye. So, before we get into the show, man, I'm going to give y'all an opportunity to join the AAA family. If you're not a member of the AAA family, definitely think about joining. I think we've done some quality members only videos, guys. If you a member, if you got a badge, let me know. Let me know if the members only stuff has been going. Y'all let me know. I mean, you ain't gotta sugarcoat it neither. Appreciate everybody in the chat too, man. We got all the viewers in the chat on YouTube. Make sure y'all continue to hit that like button. Got 17 in the chat, 13 likes. That means y'all are doing y'all thing, man. So with that being said, let's get into the show here on the Coach Smook Network. I'm gonna open up with a segment, then we're gonna open the phone lines, and after that, yeah, that's gonna be it for today. We're gonna do that. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let's get into the show, man.
You're talking about Jalen Milroe and the Pips?
The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Yes, Lord. Thank y'all for tapping in this morning once again, my AAA family. Fairweather fans alike, man. Y'all got y'all spots. Y'all know where to go. Y'all know where to go when y'all come in. No disrespect. This is a spot made just for y'all. This morning, though. This morning, we don't really want to have too many sad conversations. I'm going to tell you that right now. I think there's a lot of potential coming from the first scrimmage. I know everything wasn't perfect as far as the offensive line, startup, the offenses start. But I can leave that practice, that scrimmage, confidently saying that everybody had figured out some things like offense, defense. You had some young players get thrown into the fire and really step up to the plate. And that's just confidence, man. You got to think that's not the only scrimmage that's going to happen. You're going to have your depth scrimmages coming up where you're going to see a lot of reports of 2s and 3s getting opportunities, right? Trying to deal depth as you try to keep your first initial rotation of as far as your personnel you want to use in game planning. You're gonna see all these things start to develop, right? Try to keep these guys healthy. We've already lost 3 personnel on the offensive side for the remainder of fall camp. You know, it's only so much game planning and reps that you're going to be able to do or get in with personnel anyway. So kind of load management should be a focal point. And this staff has done a pretty good job with that in the past. We've seen guys come back, return, and they've looked fresh. They look healthy, like they've been ready. I haven't seen anybody return too early or look like they weren't ready to return. You know, all the rumors around quarterback injuries the last 2 years have been kind of like, you know, kind of like opportune timing, right? You know what I'm saying? But let's just face it. It was times where they were struggling before these quote unquote injuries. You know, just things like we couldn't turn the curve. But I think this year, that's why the quarterback battle won is so important, because you're not settling this year. The guy that you pick has to be the guy. You can't. There's no loyalty factor. And you could look at the scrimmage, the way that they were being substituted in the scrimmage. Man, they're really trying to see who's addressing the things that they evaluate. Right, the things that the staff wants to see everybody grow in as far as the quarterbacks, and then the running backs. Again, you see different styles, different skill sets of running back in the running back room. And it seems like the younger guys are committed to just running hard. You know, Trayshawn Brown just runs hard. AK Deer just runs hard. You know, even before his injury, his I think he only had like 1 negative rush up until that point. But everything was positive. The defense was flying around. The D-line was getting a solid push. It really took the O-line a few drives to really start getting any type of real push, especially against that first group D-line. So it's those things. But that's, to me, in my opinion, just to kind of, if we're going to take a little left here, in my opinion, when you have camps where your defensive line is like making it hard for you to get real, true offensive evaluations, and you're finding spots in that with your offense, to me, that's preparing you for those teams who don't get to get, you know, familiarity reps with you every day. You know, some things just start when you see something so many times, and I see this every year in camp as a defensive player. When you see something in front of you so many times, doesn't matter who gets up in front of you and runs it. It's just tendencies start to kind of, you get muscle memory, right? And so you can react a little bit quicker. It's easier for you to kind of jump a route sometimes. It's easier for you to shoot a gap because you know a step came. So you can kind of, the probability of seeing something, especially at this phase of camp, defense should be flying around, and that's what you want to hear. You don't want to hear about the defense hesitating and giving up big explosive plays, 60, 70% of practice. You want the offense to be working for whatever they get, because now when you go and face an opponent who's not lining up across from you every day, there's not many Ryan Williams types wide receivers on rosters. There's not many Keelan Russell type quarterbacks on rosters. There's not many offensive line groups that we have. There's not many left tackles, many right guards, many the right tackle Javen James was super impressive yesterday. In scrimmage, got to talk about him. And then on the defensive side, you don't see a stacked defensive line like that. You don't see many stacked defensive line. I don't see, back on the offensive side, I don't see many Derek Meadows in the SEC. You got the what's the young man named up? Is he still at South Carolina or LSU? Green, 6'7", 6'8" wide receiver. Nick Harbor, is Nick Harbor still at South Carolina? He's 6'8". Those type of guys, every roster doesn't have one of those guys that are 6'7", 6'8", can stretch the field, 4'4", track speed, high catch radius. Derek Meadows, to me, man, I don't know if y'all been hearing it in other platforms and stuff, but being there, seeing the amount of targets or the amount of times, it was just like, all right, where's Derek for both quarterbacks? Where's Derek? Where's Marshall? Where's Caleb? Big targets, big catch radius. I have reason to believe that we're going to be seeing a lot of opportunities for the X position. That means Darian Morgan's going to have some opportunities there. The tight end room. I think the tight end room, out of the 6 touchdowns or 7 touchdown passes thrown, I think the tight ends had 4 of them. I want to say. I know Meadows had 1. Can't remember verbatim, but I know the tight ends, I think, had 3 or 4 of them. The tight ends, Jay Lindsey had 1. Jay Lindsey, to me, is another underrated prospect. This kind of just a mainstay in the roster. And I don't think you see any super athletic ability from him or crazy, but he's consistent. To me, more so like a Robbie Oots. If you find him in at an H-back position and he finds himself in a chip block setting and he checks down in the ball, I think he does the smart thing with it. He's not a guy that's trying to do extra. Going to catch the ball, get upfield, be physical, run through somebody. Those are reliable players that you could count on and continue to have them in the lineup to execute. That's what you like. What else we got? I'm just kind of giving some thoughts based off of my notes that I finally got to jot down. Sit down yesterday, think about everything. Let me see. We talk running back. We talk offensive line, defensive identity. Let me highlight something about the defense real quick. The identity that we kind of have been hoping for, I think, is finally emerging with this defense. And I say this identity. You remember, so many fans, Alabama fans, especially the ones from like back in the day, all your people that can't say let go of Saban. What's going on, Just a Lady in Bama? I see y'all over there on TikTok. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Make sure y'all continue to tap that screen for your boy. See y'all sharing the live. Thank y'all for sharing the live. And if you're on YouTube right now, let's take 20 seconds to share the live. Let's take 20 seconds. And I'm glad my voice is coming back. I don't know when my voice left, but I'm glad it's coming back. Thank you, Jesus. Somebody say thank you, Lord. Somebody say thank you. But anyways, make sure y'all share the live for me real quick. We want to make sure we have the phone lines blown up once we open the phone lines here in about 5 minutes. No, we got about 10 minutes before we open the phone lines. So phone lines opening at 9:30 Central Standard Time. That's 10 minutes. We got plenty of time to go over what I got to go over. Let's talk about it. Defensive identity. I need a banner that says Swarm D. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that little slogan when Coach Womack came here? It was instead of the Stonewall, it was the Swarm D or whatever the defense was called before. I don't even think they had like a little mantra or anything. Swarm D, right? If I could say anything was prevalent, this defense, linebackers, the safeties, especially in the middle of the defense, they get to the ball, man. I mean, and when I say get to the ball, not tracking or trailing all the time. These guys been in phase, and like I said, a lot of it I believe has to do with familiarity, but you still have to win your matchups. You still have to fight off blocks. You still have to be able to time up, win the shoot gaps. Especially some of the edge action I got to see coming off the edge with some of the pressures, the timing, just trusting your guys next to you to do your job. I think the identity is returning. I think that the Swarm D identity is going to be a real thing. We get to see it. Go back to 2023, 2022 and watch Kane Womack's defenses at South Alabama. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like that's a defense that could have been number one in the country, but just the mentality of the defense. Everybody on that front, man, long. They weren't as big as you get as Alabama, but, your interior defensive linemen, they're like 275, 280, max, but they're 6'4", 6'5", right? Your edge guys, they might be a little bit smaller, 6'1", 6'3", 235, 240. Who you think will win the? Hold up, go back. Did somebody just ask me an NFL question? I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna go against the Cowboys because I hate the Cowboys. I'm gonna just give you that one. I hate the Cowboys. Go Seahawks. Let's go. Since my Falcons never been going in this year, Lord mercy. Somebody pray for me, man. Pray for Falcon Nation. I love you, Tua. That's my boy. All right, but Swarm D, I think that's gonna be a real identity. For me, one thing that I can say is that we don't have arm tackling D linemen this year. We don't have shoulder throwing corners this year, right? And they're boing boing boing. I gotta do the sound. Setting the edge. I don't think we're gonna have a problem setting the edge this year, y'all. Whether it's on the boundary with the corners, maintaining that leverage, keeping the outside contained, forcing the run game back inside on the interior, but even on the front, on the defensive line. And when we bring extra box assets in there, like a Gyro Edwards, a Bray Hubbard, or you see Luke Metz coming down and walking down to the edge, and Bray Hubbard kind of walking into that Sam spot. Like there's a lot of movement on the defensive side because of the versatility you get with your safety room. We saw them do that last year. We saw Bray Hubbard in the box a lot last year. Before Drake Kirkpatrick's suspension, we saw him getting a lot of opportunities to be that rover guy. Him and Drake Kirkpatrick. I see why Earl Little left. I see why Earl Little had to leave, because Drake Kirk and Earl Little, I think he's gonna have a great season for Ohio State. He had a great season for Florida State last season. I think Drake Kirkpatrick has that same type of range and physicality, but Dre to me has some of the best hands in the secondary. We know Bray is very good with the ball in his hands. Both of them played on both sides of the ball. Dijon Lee, I was talking to DJ the other day. Just catching up, man. I ain't talked to the Cali boys in a minute. Like they was on some different type of grind this offseason for real. And you can look at their bodies and tell the Cali boys, ZB, DJ, Chuck, AJ, Jackson, all them West Coast boys, even Derek, you could tell them boys was on a different type of grind. And I don't think y'all really realize how much the college football player body goes through that first 18 months of being introduced to college football, whether they get on the field as a freshman or they have to develop as a freshman, throughout the season and practice, morning workouts, conditioning, your physical therapy, your recovery, all of that body takes time to that body takes time to take on to that stuff. So you start to see the development around like the 15 to 18 month range. My sister just lady in Bama says Earl did not have a great season at FSU. Come on now, Smook. His game was I disagree. Sis. I think he played solid. That defense for what Coach White did with that scheme, Earl played a lot of spots. He played a lot of linebacker for him. They didn't have the best inside linebacker production, and he made up for a lot of that. That's my opinion. And in coverage, I'm just saying.
You got to go look at it. Go look at the numbers too. One of the highest rated safeties out of the portal. It's the reason why Ohio State went and got him, and it's the reason why he went to play in a former NFL defensive coordinator system. It didn't take him long to what they call it. I know I got Ohio State fans lurking. What's the strike? It didn't take him long to earn his strike. So, and he's a quality safety. I mean, that hybrid safety you want, the new honey badger type safety. You know, a guy you put anywhere on the field. But that's beside the point. I get what you're saying though. His best game was against us. Yeah, the Falcons down bad, bro. They down bad, my brother. They down bad. Don't remind me, bro. Don't remind me. James Pierce out for so long. I think he out for like 8 games or some crazy jump. I don't know. Mary J, can you grab them comments for me? But yeah, so we got a lot to look at towards the defense. I think on the back end, for the most part, when it comes to the style of defensive play calling, what we saw the first half against Georgia from Kane Womack when Jalen Miller was the quarterback. Yeah, I remember how aggressive Kane Womack was in that game. It was like he was intentional about getting Georgia off they platform early. Early, he was intentional about getting them off their platform early. So I think we'll see more of that this season because of what you're getting from the D-line. And I think our offensive line is going to be fine, y'all. As long as we can stay healthy with that first 6 guys that's in that rotation. And I'm going to say 6 guys because, well, but that makes 6. That'll make 7. I think there's a solid, you got your center, you got your guard. And I won't even say that. I think you got 2 solid pairings of guard tackle play on the left side and the right side. And the closer you get to finding out who communicates the best in that first 6 guys outside of the center, that's who your first 5 is going to be. And to me, what looks best right now, you got similar mindsets and styles on the left side. 2 big, nasty professional guys. They could really anchor the left side of your offensive line and create like a pivot run side. That side can be so impactful and run. But those are 2 pass pro specialists over there. In Mal Waldrop and Jackson Lloyd. So I think for me, if you're going with Waldrop and Jackson, that's to me that's perfect combo. Now with Sanders, I think you get more of the run asset. You know, he's a strong run blocking asset. Very strong at the point of contact, very athletic, can get out in space. Waldrop athletic too. That's another thing. I think that's why he's kind of slid into the lead as far as the starting left guard. And then at center, Delgado is your mainstay. He's kind of came in. They're high on how quick he's embraced the system, right? Just the communication. But I tell you right now, that right side, Carroll is a mainstay regardless. If we want him at tackle or guard, he's the mainstay. James super impressed at the scrimmage. I think through camp, especially spring camp, they've kind of seen some ups and downs as far as his development, but then coming back from the summer workouts, getting all the work and the extra time in the summer, coming into fall, progressively getting better, taking steps day by day. I think he's kind of put himself ahead against Ty Hayward and Nick Brooks. Now, Nick Brooks is another one. When I said there's 6 guys outside of the center, he might be a 7th guy. You get what I'm saying? He might be a 7th guy. It's good quality depth there. You want to try to, I think for Womack and, I mean, not Womack, but for Grubb and Clem, I think they kind of just want to find who moves the best together. And that first group I just mentioned, to me, they move very solid together. They handle multiple different fronts, personnel that the defense was throwing out there, different looks, different speed rushes, all of that. They handled it pretty good. The quarterbacks had plenty of opportunities to make plays. When the pressures did win, you know, you saw where we would want the skill sets of Keelan Russell because of where the offensive line in the first scrimmage needs to grow from, right? And to me, those type of plays can help the O-line grow. How much time we got? Okay, we got 1 minute, then we're going to open up. And then I didn't talk much about it because I didn't.
To me, they didn't get a lot of opportunities to make big plays, but the wide receiver room, I think, is probably going to be the group that emerges right when we need it. I don't think this offense will be super heavy, explosive in the pass game early in the season. I do think this run game, because of the early struggles in camp and because of how the D-line is making the O-line work, I do think the run game will be way more impactful starting the season off. Call me crazy. I just think this is a time where those things happen. People already know that whatever quarterback there is, they're going to have to get pressure on the young quarterbacks. How do you help the young quarterback relieve some of the pressure? You able to be impactful in the run game. You can't go in assuming that your run game is not going to be able to impact it. Who can start the run game up to get it going? We're going to have that on the phone line. In my opinion, with A.K. Deere out, Daniel Hill is still the guy that you want to try and lean on. Give him an opportunity. He's shown flashes of ability to create, but if he's not taking those early reps hard, Kevin Riley, Trayshawn Brown, you gotta just keep a solid rotation, and the mentality around the running back room is we need guys that understand every run is their last run. Najee Harris mindset, Damian Harris mindset. I hate to mention that name on the show right now as Bama fans, y'all know, I just I hate. But those type of running, Josh Jacobs, they ran hard. Kenyon Drake, TJ Yeldon, those guys ran hard. Even guys that didn't end their careers at Bama, but as freshmen, those guys ran. What's his name? Alvin Kamara, when he was at Bama. Tim Penny, rest in peace. I'm just thinking about all the backs that came through Bama during the Saban era, and then it's just you got to be physical. You got to be physical. You gotta get behind your pass. We're in a new era. You got a system that's gonna rotate to the. I don't get why a back wouldn't go out there and get behind their pass and just try to run through everything. You hear what I'm saying? I don't get why not. But they are skilled, man. Our running back room is very skilled, top to bottom. I think there's a confidence turn about to happen once we come back from these 2 days of recovery. We're on our second day of recovery, picking up practice tomorrow. I think that turning that curve, you'll see a different level of confidence. Now that they got film to go back and review to see how it looks live, they got all these different angles. Man, they got some cool stuff out there at practice. Now, availability is the best ability. TB might have a bigger impact than EJ this year. I expect that. I expect that, especially when you talking about the health thing. Like, there's no reason to rush the freshman right now. When you still got a few numbers. MJ, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Roll Tide, AAA family. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a quick infomercial break, and when we come back, we're gonna open the phone lines. I'm gonna see if I could get my brother Talking Tony over here at Auburn to give us some not some insight, but just to talk a little bit about, because I done heard some stuff about Auburn, man, and in the fall camp. They done had some injuries, but they feeling real confident. I want to figure out why. And he gonna tell it like it is. So when we come back, maybe we'll get him on the line, but the phone line will be open when we get back from the infomercial break. If you're not a member of the AAA family and you're missing out on the inside scoop, the insider reports at Alabama's fall camp practices, and then what's going to be going forward, you need to join. And this is how you do so. Check it out.
Glad you chose to stop by the channel today. Just wanted to give you an opportunity to really become a part of this community here at the Coach Smook Network. We like to call ourselves the AAA family. The AAA stands for authenticity above all. We just want to give you an opportunity to become a part of this community because we're growing and we're doing something special here as a fan base, not just for Alabama, but the fan community as a whole. We're creating an environment where it's safe to be yourself, be authentic, and meet people who share the same passion you share, whether it's for the same team or not. You can do this by becoming a member of the AAA family. You simply start by just clicking the link provided to you by one of the moderators in the chat, or it'll be pinned to the top of the chat. Click that link. It'll bring you to my homepage. When you get to my homepage, make sure you hit the notification button and turn on all notifications. Understand that there are multiple ways to support the channel, and each level has its perks. You can go through and read each perk. As we continue to grow, new perks will be added to each level. One thing we would like to highlight that all AAA members are greatly appreciated. It does not go unnoticed that you have taken time and hard-earned money to support this channel. Once you join, YouTube is going to ask for some payment information, and make sure you monitor your subscription dates. Also, if you really want to get interactive with the community and find out what's going on, think about joining our Discord family. This is where you can get into all the fan talk of the community, and also there are networking opportunities. Please be mindful that there are rules and that we expect everyone to treat everyone with respect. Also, if you're looking to partner with Coach Smook Network or sponsor, please hit us up at coachsmooknetwork@gmail.com, and our staff will get back to you in a timely manner. I'm your boy, Coach Smook of the Coach Smook Network, and I thank you for supporting this channel.
Put me in again, Coach Smook. Put me in again, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Put me in again, Coach Smook. 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 Put me in again, Coach Smook.
Like, share, subscribe. You know we keep it live.
Appreciate y'all for being here on the Coach Smook Network and sticking around. Remember, man, take the opportunity and become a member of the AAA family. Rock with your boy. Help us continue to grow, man. We got supporters all over, like I said. We got fans of different fan bases: Georgia, Alabama, Georgia, Auburn, Tennessee. We got some Florida fans that show up. We got Oklahoma show up. Texas fans show up. We got some Michigan fans show up. We got Ohio State. We got a UCLA fan that pops in. We got an Oregon fan. Like, we all over. Coach Smook Network all over. And I plan to continue to integrate all of those different fan bases by doing this, man. We got a special guest on the phone line already, man. Y'all have heard him on here before. We gotta stay adept to what the enemy is doing. But at this moment, we not enemies right now. During this conversation, we not enemies. We just having conversation because I've been hearing some stuff about this program and what they're doing, and y'all know, every time I talk about all the good things that's happening, I get sick to my stomach. So I don't have to talk about it today. I'm gonna get it from a solid source, somebody that I know gonna talk some good ball. And it's my brother, man, Tony, talking Auburn, man. Y'all give it up for my brother on the phone line, Bama fans. Y'all show some love. I know some Auburn fans in here. What's up, Tony? How you feeling, big bro?
What's going on, Smook, man? Feeling good this morning, man. How you doing?
Been good, man. Look, bro, I know you've been busy, man. We got to get you back posting your content. We got to get that TikTok going crazy.
Yeah, man, we're gonna get it popping, man. You know, hey, you can catch us during the season, everybody. C&T Talking Tigers every week during the season, talking Auburn football. But we appreciate Coach Smook for showing us a little love and letting us talk about them spectacular Tigers, man.
Man, talk to me, man. What's been going on? Because what I've been hearing is y'all are excited. Like, Golish, I knew getting Golish was huge, but then the staff that he was bringing with him, that was a big piece of it. Keeping DJ Durkin was the biggest piece, right, just from a staff standpoint. And then personnel-wise, you bring back like 80% in production from defensive side. And then you got your offense that literally came from USF. The whole offense transfers over, and you keep
two key assets from your previous year's offense that struggled, but was the positive light spots in it. So it's a lot of excitement around Auburn. Talk to me, man. Let me know what's going on over there in the what they call it, the pasture.
No, we call it plains.
In the plains or the pasture? Which one?
That's right. That's right. The plains. All right. The plains, the most beautiful place in the world.
Okay, man. Okay, don't make me sick. Don't make me sick.
But yeah, man. Right now, man. We're going through fall camp, and the continuity is a big thing, man. Usually with new coaches, there's a lot of turnover. There's a lot of new guys coming in. There's new systems having to be learned. But as you said, by us retaining DJ Durkin, one of the best defensive minds coordinators in the nation, by us retaining him, that was a huge step in the right direction. So not only did we keep our defense coordinator, we kept, as you said, a majority of the production. A lot of the guys that we were counting on, they're still there. Most notably, the best linebacker in America, Xavier Atkins. That was a huge kid. We're gonna thank Hugh Freeze for bringing in some of these guys that are gonna make plays for us this year. The Jared Smiths, the Malik Autry's, the Jordan Crawfords, the Blake Woodbees, Caleb Harris, guys like that, man. So we appreciate Hugh Freeze and the game for bringing in those guys and not leaving the cupboard bare. DJ Durkin has a lot to work with. When you can, Auburn lost 7 one-possession ball games last year, and in all those games, in the fourth quarter, they were either tied or had the ball with in position to either take the lead or tie the game. So the only thing that really held us back last year was a competent offense, and we saw that the last three games of the season when Freeze was out of the way, Durkin was in charge, Derek McGee and those boys on offense did that thing and made us look like an actual team. So with that, you bring in Golish, a superior offensive mind, and you bring him with his quarterback and his center. So we have a quarterback center relationship that's you can't ignore that. That is huge.
Yeah.
The quarterback and the center are tied to the hip. You got the head coach, the OC, the quarterback, the center, receivers, tight ends. A lot of these guys came from South Florida. A couple of backs come from South Florida. We returned one of the best backs in the nation, in the conference and in the nation, in Jeremiah Cobb.
No, hey, listen, I've been giving you facial expressions for some of this stuff, but that claim there, I would not argue that Jeremiah Cobb is one of the better backs in the country. And the thing I'm interested to see though, can this former USF O-line hold up week in, week out up against some of the, because we seen them handle Florida. We seen them compete against Bama 2 years ago. Even I think they played Kentucky a few years ago. We've seen Golish and this type of roster that he builds, the makeup of the roster, compete. Nakai Davenport is going to be huge for y'all. I know he's not one of the 1-2 backs, but I think he's going to be one of the breakout guys for y'all if y'all do hit a stride. And like you said, man, y'all got a stable of young receivers that I think going to have an opportunity to come out and make some impact. Golish love rotating receivers. This could be like I said unbiasedly as a Bama fan, this could be a scary year for Auburn. It could be as easy as it could be 10-2 and it could be 8-4. That's what I see for Auburn right now. When I look at the schedule and how they line up, some of the games, they love to play upset. We've seen them traditionally do that, and Golish is an upset mindset type of guy. He loves to play when the chips are stacked against him. He coaches differently. He's a big game coach. So Auburn got something brewing, man, but continue, brother.
Yeah, man. Davenport is going to be a big part of the offense, man. Our running back coach, Larry Porter, he's already stated that the whole room is going to get carries, 1 through 4. So Cobb's not going to get ran into the ground. Omar Manson's going to get some toast. Davenport has been looking good. He's moved in front of Bryce Washington, the guy from Baylor. Davenport has slowly matriculated his way up the depth chart during the fall, making his presence felt. We have a lot of receivers. We have about 3 or 4 receivers from USF. And we also have, Bryce Kane is going to make noise. We got a young boy down there from Saraland. I think it's Deshaun Stevens. He is going to be electric.
You talking about Deshaun Spencer?
Spencer, I said Deshaun Stevens.
That boy. I remember him at Saraland, man. I remember covering. And when I say a speedster at the slot, bro, it's like people were wowing about Ryan Williams, now 3 years ago. I remember this young man as a freshman getting thrown into some of that fire down there in Mobile, and he is a burner, bro. And y'all still got your boy, y'all still got the Smith brother, don't you? From Selma?
Well, one of them.
I think y'all got the good one.
The one we was excited about, Duke, he hit the portal.
Yeah. I think y'all got the good one though. When I think about the one that could act, the bigger brother, he's the bigger one, right? Eric is the bigger brother, right?
No, the younger brother was the bigger brother. The one we got, Duke, the one that we got that everybody made the fuss about.
Yeah.
He was probably the better of the two.
Okay.
But we got the bigger one still there.
Okay.
So, man, the cover's not bad. The offensive line, we got some transfers from Michigan State, Stanton Ramil. We got a transfer from James Madison. My boy Justin Simmons going to be at right tackle. So we got some experienced offensive linemen. Of course, we got the center Cole Best and the quarterback situation. Jake Johnson at tight end. The talent is there. The problem with Auburn over the last few years, but we haven't won more than 6 games, has been the quarterback and our offense. This is one season where we can finally say that shouldn't be the problem. And as long as that's not the problem, the sky's the limit for Auburn. Now we have a tough stretch on that schedule where there's at Tennessee, there's Ole Miss, there's at Georgia, there's LSU. And as a matter of fact, I think we go to Mississippi. Yeah, because we go to both Mississippi. So we got to go to LA. We got to go to Ole Miss. We got to go to Tennessee. We got to go to Athens. We got LSU at home, and I think we have Texas A&M at home. So that's going to be a tough stretch. We can navigate that stretch with 1 loss, maybe 2. This is going to be we on pace for a 9-win season, possibly more. That stretch is going to tell the tale of the season, but one of the most important games starting the year is going to be that Florida game. It's going to tell us all we need to know about Auburn and Florida on both sides of the scale, but more importantly about Auburn. That'll be a big game. We can show everybody that, hey, Nolan was the guy that we needed. Not old Summerall down there in Florida. We can let them have that and have them problems. So, I'm excited. We've got the quarterback. We've got an offensive identity. Our coach said we are going to be one of the most physical and one of the most violent football teams that you can see every Saturday. So I'm looking forward to it.
For sure, man. Final thoughts as we get ready, get off the line. Hey, and before we get off the line, y'all, make sure y'all stick around to get his handle info to go subscribe and follow. We're gonna have him on. We're gonna start doing our Friday night, Saturday morning roundtable, where we have multiple content creators / analysts / beat writers that cover the SEC. Going to be joining the Coach Smook Network for segments, y'all. We're going to have shows, game segments, competitive weekend, like putting y'all know how they do on ESPN where you kind of do the picks. Zach got his pick'ems for the week, and we're going to start putting a pot together, man. It's coming to contribute and donate to some charities that we all support. So y'all get ready to support this. It's about to be a crazy season. But Tony, tell them where they can find you at, bro, and man, how they could support your stuff growing, man, help you keep growing.
Yeah, man, you can find C&T Talking Tigers on YouTube. You can find us also on Instagram. We'll be coming to Facebook and TikTok here soon, very shortly. But yeah, right now, Instagram and YouTube, C&T Talking Tigers. We come through every week during the season. We preview the game coming up and we review the following week. So we look forward to you guys checking in. We have a good time. We try to be informative, just try to, give you an everyday perspective, as a fan. Not two fans and we the smartest guys in the room. We just some fans who know football and are passionate about Auburn. So we appreciate Smook for having me on, for supporting the guys. We love it, man. We appreciate the opportunity. We appreciate the banter back and forth. And War Eagle.
Yeah, say, Kate, before you go, I know you had to say your little whatever you just said. I thought I heard something great, but could you say put me in the game, Coach, before you get up out of here?
Hey, put me in the game, Coach Snoop.
All right, man. Take it easy, Tony. We're gonna catch up with you, bro.
All right, man. More down.
Oh no, Lord Jesus, I gotta. Y'all, I'm doing better, man. I'm doing better. That's my brother. I'm doing better. It's hard to hear that stuff, man. He know it. He know it. Hey, look. He even said it. What's crazy? He said it with me, man. He was like, man, you would have made a good Auburn fan. No, I could never. I would have never. Stop. Appreciate you for calling in, though, Big Tony. Hey, we got some more people. I feel like I think they're gonna check in before the end of the show. But until then, the phone lines are open for you, the fans, man. I don't care what platform you're on. You don't have to be on a certain platform to get the call in. We should have a lot of call-ins today. It's Saturday. Ain't nobody kicked off yet. None of that. 334-625-1121. 334-625-1121. Can you call in? But in Discord, no. And make sure when y'all call in, y'all stay on topic. We're talking college football, specifically Alabama football, or whoever your team is. If you want to talk about it. We got some thoughts on a few teams, but we specifically talking college football today. So make sure you stay on topic when you call in. We got our favorite caller, man. Y'all already know who it is.
Zach Willie. I have one. Send a voicemail.
Yo, Zach, what's up, man? You in the game with Coach Smook. Talk to me, man.
Coach, why did you let a dang Auburn fan call in before me?
Zach, listen. We had a plan, Zach. All right, and I get it.
Right.
There's no excuses. The plan was to do a live morning show with myself, a Georgia representative, a Tennessee representative, Auburn, Texas, and Oklahoma. But last minute, I think all the fall camp scrimmage stuff this week has gotten everybody like busy in other places doing content. So we couldn't do the full show, so a lot of guys will be calling in, giving us some intel on their camps. That's all that was. That's all it was, and that's all it is, Zach. Ain't nothing else, man. Ain't nothing else.
You know I'm picking on you.
It ain't nothing else, Zach. My back's against the wall, man. I'm trying to be universal, man. I'm trying to see, but the thing is, Zach. Talking Auburn ball with Tony isn't obnoxious. He'll slide through a couple of things, but he realistic, man. And y'all got to hear pieces of it in the offseason about some things that he felt like could develop for Auburn. A lot of things that he was feeding me about the camp. That's what led me to start, looking into some of the storylines, and they coincide with what I feel like should be happening. When you think about the staff, the personnel they got, I just had to give them that space. But it's gonna be a good season to have them on and be collaborating with them, because I think it's gonna be a lot of storylines about Auburn in their season. Just being unbiased, I do think it's gonna be a good collaboration for us. But you already know, Zach, you the voice of the AAA family. Y'all give it up for Zach, man. He in the game.
Yeah, I just had to pick on you a little
Zach
bit.
said, "Why in the hell?" Go ahead, though, man.
I'm unsupervised from next week, so watch out, haters and trolls alike. Watch out, I'm unsupervised. I'm unleashed.
Zach ain't got no leash on for a week, y'all. We got to make sure we monitor phone calls, Mary J. We got to make Britt. Y'all get your boy up, man. Look, your pops went on vacation.
Yeah, I'm just picking on everybody.
Man,
You know
he
how
on one. Pop said he ain't bothering Zach for a week. Zach back to give us help. But talk to Zach, camp talk, man. Future projections. I was kind of leaning into some of the conversation about, how the run game should develop with the official reports of AK Deer finally coming out. And then and confirming what we had already said to add to that. But
right.
there are some things that I think this is opportunistic in a good way for us, and how Alabama's offense should look opening up the season. Trying to find the identity in the run game doesn't stop because AK Deer is injured, right? I don't think he would. I don't think he was the only piece to finding the run game. Now, was he a big part of a huge part? Yes, I do think so. But I think now you've opened the door to see some of the young talent that you've got on this roster and recruited. Now it's trying to see how you're developing them. We said that this year was going to be a big one for Coach G. The injuries there now with everything is starting to show up. Just kind of like these storylines are starting to fall in our laps as if we have control of the script. But talk to us, Zach. What do you think? How does this season start to look after the first scrimmage and all the things that you've been hearing? And we'll just continue to have a conversation. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Right. With a healthy AK Deer for the whole season, I was looking at 11-1, 12-0. With the injury, I still am on that 11-1. Now I'm on 11-1, 10-2 because of the amount of time he's gonna miss. And by the time he's coming back is like our hardest stretch of the season, and him just starting to get playing time can affect affect how we call our game plans and games. I have a question for you, Coach. Has Jeremiah Beeman had any problems with returning with his knee injury?
No, they've actually been excited about his progress. His size, a guy that size, anytime you have like a leg injury, a knee, especially around the knee, most of the time 280, 300 plus, it take time to be able to get some power back in that and range of motion, getting confidence in it. And I think that's been the most impressive thing. The fact that he had a whole season and basically the spring to get 100% healthy. They limited him in the spring. The summer workouts, everything, all his numbers starting to look good, especially the explosive numbers, with his speed. Just everything looking good. His power numbers and his lifting, all of those things, higher than what they were before the injury, meaning that his development hasn't slowed down. So you got to be excited about that.
Right. And like I said, with his size and the extent of his injury, it would be worrisome if he wasn't at or better than what he was pre-injury, And so hearing that he's above that shows that he is ready for the season, and ready for the reps that he'll get this season moving forward. And so that kind of excites me as well.
Do you think Jeremiah Beeman has a breakout type of year? Would you consider him as one of your breakout players? And while Zach answers that, chat, run up some names in the chat. Who do you consider to be a breakout player on the defense for this season? And you can have 2 to 3 names. Let's keep it like 2 to 3 names. Breakout players this season for Alabama's defense. Talk to me, man. What's up, Sammy?
D-line, I'll go with Beeman on the defensive line.
Okay.
And then I have 2 in the secondary room. You know who I'm going with.
Uh-oh.
I have to go with Xavier Brown and Bray Hubbard in the DB room because those 2 have been competing for that number 1 spot in that room across the nation. You know,
You talking about the
and
DB award?
yeah.
Okay. But go ahead.
But anyway, yeah, and then so on the defensive side, that's who I got.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep it like you said, just keep it at 2 or 3. I got my offensive guys in mind too, but those are the 3 main ones that I see having a big impact this season.
Which freshman on the defensive side are you expecting to have an opportunity, but not just the opportunity, but to impact with their opportunity?
Jair Edwards, and I think he will be everything as projected or expected. Let me say it like that. Because I mean, you seen what he was able to do with proper nutrition and the frame he was able to build. I think it transfers over to the college level because he was already a heavy hitter coming into college, but him putting or developing his frame even more, I think it allows for him to be even more aggressive, athletic, explosive on that side of the ball and be a bigger impact as well.
100%. 100%. I like that. I like that take. Jair Edwards being the freshman impact. Now, who's a dark horse guy on the defense? Like if somebody that maybe we're looking over, not talking about, who is a guy that you feel like either reemerges or steps onto the scene and is like, hey, keep your eyes on this dude as the future continues to develop? And I can give you one. I can give you one off top.
Who would you go with?
I'm this type of stuff that I'm hearing about true freshman Xavier Griffin right now is like, it's not just fan hype behind him. I saw them throw him out there in the fire, a few reps. And there is no drop off. The inside linebacker rotation, I was feeling before yesterday, I was feeling very strongly on a solid 4-man rotation. But I truly feel like with what you're getting from Mets QB Reese and Abdul Sanders Jr., right, who's in his second year in the system, he came in last year giving the same type of energy that Zay Griffin came in with this year.
Right.
And the linebackers in this class are so versatile, man. Even Zay Hall and the type of looks they're giving him, both at the inside linebacker room, standing them up and putting them on the edge. Like they have an opportunity, a very rare opportunity that you don't get in college football. And I think they have 5 guys that they feel like right now can impact the game plan and keep this team, this defense fresh to play a 17, 18 game season.
Right. Yeah, and I was thinking Xavier Griffin as well. Me hearing that he's getting thrown in with first, second team, type reps in fall camp this close to the season, it makes me excited that he's ready to go out there and prove something this season, you know. And so I'm excited to hear that he's doing well, you know, and he's coming in and making a push to push Mets and the veteran or the guys that developed a year or two in this defense to make it create competition.
You need it, man. That's championship style of development. You got to have the best of the best competing against each other. Iron sharpening iron. You got to have the best. Zach, final thought, man. As we get ready to close the phone line, I'm going to take the last 2 minutes here. What is the hottest prediction you have for Alabama season? It could be individual. I know you've already made the hot prediction of Keelan Russell being a Heisman front runner, and possibly I think you said he was going to win it one day. I'm not sure. I might have to fact check myself, but what's your hottest prediction for Alabama this season? Talk to me, Zach, as we get ready to open this phone line. And guys, if you're ready to call in on the phone lines, wait like a minute after you hear this message to call in, so Zach can get his final thoughts in, and then we'll have space for you all to call in. First on the line. But Zach, talk to us. What's your hottest prediction for the upcoming Alabama season?
My hottest prediction: Keelan Russell not only win the Heisman this year, he will bring Kalen DeBoer his first SEC conference championship and his first national championship as a powerful head coach.
All right, Zach. I'm gonna let you have that one, Zach. I love Keelan. I just think the conference is it's gonna go one of two ways, Zach.
Yeah.
We're gonna ease into it, and by week 10, they'll figure this out, and we'll be fighting for our lives the rest of the way out, right? And that's not a bad thing. We could be 10-0 up until that point, and they'll by that time, and this won't be a bad thing. By that time, a true first year starter, somebody down the line, DJ Durkin, somebody down that line, as far as our opponents, is going to have something set up to finally showcase what can be exposed at that point in the season. And how we handle that, to me, is going to determine what you said. Especially if Russell is the guy. So I get it. I have some confidence in it being a positive thing for Alabama, but I have yet to see development post-adversity, immediate development post-adversity from this staff under Kalen DeBoer. I put it like that. And one reason could be because as a staff, they're not used to the type of losing that they've had to endure at Alabama. The uncharacteristic losses. Like when they lost at Washington, they just weren't the better team. At Alabama, you got the better roster, but why aren't guys giving 100%? Why aren't guys out there? Why aren't we catching the ball? Why aren't we seeing these pass plays open up downfield? Why aren't we seeing these gaps open up in the run game and taking advantage of them? And they're like, those are the uncharacteristic things that I think they had to learn how to adjust and coach to. But after that, I think we could, Zach.
Yeah, and to add on to that, they haven't had their traditional style quarterback at Alabama either.
100%, man. Well, Zach, appreciate you for calling in, man.
Appreciate you. Road Tide, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll holler at y'all guys later.
And y'all give it up for my boy Zach, man. Appreciate him. 334-625-1121. The phone line is open. I want to hear some thoughts, man. I got all these people that I talked to this past weekend, man. I want to call into the show. When the next time I call this show, I'm going to start doing a lot more shows, man. Keep your notifications on. We're not slowing down this season. We're not slowing down at all. 334-625-1121. Shout out to the 39 in the chat on YouTube, the 96 in the chat on Twitter. We got a few checking in on Twitch. Appreciate you for checking in over there on Twitch. We got, how many we got on Facebook? We had somebody on Facebook. I thought I seen somebody on Facebook. But y'all make sure y'all take a second and share the stream. Hold on one second. Hold on. Un momento, chat. I be forgetting y'all until I start doing that right there. And that's when I have to remember I need to just get where my sister at? I need to text you today.
Gotta give you some numbers to hit up. My boy Fred said, Keelan. Hey, y'all, make sure y'all show some love and support, man. We got a new graphic we got to create. But y'all know who our sponsor is, man. Our primary sponsor is here on the Coach Smook Network. That's your brother, Frederick Harris of Farmers Insurance in Hoover, Alabama. He's talking about some quality information about insurance, and you on the right track. He gonna get you straight. 334-625-1121. Again, that's 334-625-1121. Don't have me holding up the line now after I just seen all these text messages come to my phone about asking questions about. Don't do that. Don't do that. The phone line open, and it's Saturday. I know y'all riding around trying to go downtown to the flea market. Y'all ain't slick. Give me some fresh fruit. Give me some of that fresh fruit. Miss Rhonda Jameson in the building. What's good? Good to see ya. Good to see you. Welcome in. I got to meet her. Oh, y'all want to see where I met her? Let me show y'all where I met her at. Let me see if I can get it on the screen for y'all. Let me. Have y'all seen the little? Did I post a short from outside with Coach interaction? The track star and the football player, her husband, Alabama alums. They were there to support the scrimmage. Great interactions, man, all day while on campus. That's why I said I don't get it, man. I don't get why I get so much as a content creator, because when I be on campus, and I know for a fact I done seen some people that's been like publicly like speaking negative on my name, but I be on campus, I be speaking, and I be like, man, I thought you didn't like me. It's funny though. That's how people do. Oh, it's showing that we live over there. Let me see. I didn't post it on my TikTok yet. Or yes, I did. It's on the other channel. I'll show y'all another day. We'll post it in a video. We're gonna actually open up with it for the fan series. When we do our fan series, we're gonna have a whole bunch of different call-ins and stuff. But time to get back on topic from the scrimmage. There was a few things that I did overlook or didn't speak on leaving the scrimmage or post scrimmage over the last few days. One of the main things that I did want to speak on was the fact that a lot of people are taking this whole Mac 3 touchdowns and Keelan on 2, and they thinking that's what the deciding factor is going to be the overall stats. But there were some key things that Coach Grubb, Coach DeBoer have been kind of saying when they were talking about who would start to take the lead as far as being able to be the starting quarterback, taking care of the ball, right? Great decision making. And there's no secret. Max struggled early in that scrimmage. First play, pick. Second play, a mishandling an exchange between him and the running back. Third play, a short underthrown pass to the flats. Russell gets in. You see, the defense was just on fire. First of all, defense was just on fire. We talked about that. But there was a consistency and type of play calls that was given to both quarterbacks. And early on, what's the main thing that I always talk about with Alabama's offense last year? It wasn't that play calling was horrible. It's just, I feel like we just got started way too slow. We never got a fast start. The games that we did get fast starts, Georgia. Mizzou started fast, but the turnover in the red zone, late pass by the quarterback, that was one. Same thing with Vanderbilt. What was that Vanderbilt game? It wasn't Missouri game. Missouri game, he actually, first drive was solid. They had a crazy first drive too. They actually responded and went up 21-7, didn't they? Missouri? Can't remember. It was one of them games where it shouldn't have been because the offense ended up getting stalled early. So I think what the staff is trying to do, see what they can build from going into practice tomorrow. Who gives us the best momentum and continuation and momentum to stack our play calling? Right, we ran into a lot of roadblocks last year, play calling wise. Quarterback getting situations where he's handed the keys, and he's thinking in his mind that didn't work last time. They're giving me the same alignment. You know, you got to learn how to trust process and decision making and all of that stuff. Who can give us the relief of knowing that they're going to see the same thing that we're seeing when the lights come on? Either one of these quarterbacks have been thrown into that situation before. I know Mac, everybody talking about he played the Indiana game. I guarantee you the play calling was not gameplay. Like, it wasn't the script.
It wasn't, hey, we got to go down and score and try to get back in this game. It's play it safe and get out of here, protect yourself. That's what that was. And that's no slack. That's just smart coaching. You start, and that's not quitting. You start realizing what's at hand, and you start making the adjustments right then and there. You start seeing who's going to still fight. You start making projections for your offseason depth chart. Who's standing up on the sideline, still being a leader, still engaged in the game, still looking for coaching. And a lot of guys that you're seeing get opportunities now, those are those guys. That's why I said for the QB race, y'all, I'm telling y'all, it's a reason why they want to keep talking around the best option, right? They talk about issues with the best option. They don't talk about it being the best option with what we have available now. I think today, if Alabama was playing today, they started Austin Mack, Keelan Russell would be in by the second drive. And if camp continues to go like it is against ECU, if you struggle first drive against ECU, I don't think they're going to give if Mac starts. And me personally, I think Keelan wins out the job outright before camp is over with. The fact that the red shirt junior / senior couldn't solidify himself like Ty Simpson did last year in the quarterback race against red shirt freshman. At Clint Lamb, I seen the thread where people talking about him. I said this last year about Ty Simpson and the true freshman. Keelan Russell has found himself in this situation twice, where it's been between him and a senior veteran guy that's been at the collegiate level. At some point, the coach has to say, man, I got to start speculating about what we got and just spin it. It's got to be something there. Okay. So that's why I think Miss Rhonda Johnson with the 199 super chat. Jameson. I keep saying Johnson. Miss Rhonda Jameson. Why does it look like Johnson? It's the fun, y'all. It's the fun. Appreciate you for the 199 super chat. And y'all, if you're new to the channel, make sure you think about becoming a member of the AAA family. It's easy. My mods can get you the link in the chat. Also, we got our merch. I haven't shown y'all the merch link in a while. It's still the same. We was able to revive all of the old merch. So the original AAA, t-shirt, the gray ones that everybody loved with the circle logo around it, and the big AAA in the middle. That one's back. We got the one with the Coach Smook Network logo in the middle. We got that one back. We got the Scoop Boogie series. We got everything restored on the link. I'm going to go on today and try to see if we can do a refresh pop-up shop promo to where we get certain discounts. That way y'all can apply the QR code. So whatever the discount code, then we can get our merch in the fan base going. I want to get some of our players, some of the boys in the merch, not just at Bama either. We got some friends and family at Alabama State, A&M, Miles College, Duke, Georgia Tech, Vanderbilt, SMU. We got a Texas trip we're trying to make this season. So we want the Coach Smook Network merch everywhere. Y'all, we're going to take a quick infomercial break one more time. And then when we come back, we're going to do a closing segment and get up out of here. Since y'all want to talk to nobody, since y'all want to talk to me, we're going to take a little break. And when we come back, we'll close out. And then tonight, I plan on being live tonight. So maybe we got a crazy night calling show. And it's just going to be college football talk. Tiffany Sports, I see you tapping that screen on TikTok. I was hoping to get her take on Alabama football today, but maybe we can close it out in a second. I don't know. Maybe she call in and we get it to close out for us. But with that being said, I appreciate y'all for tapping in again, and just want to take a quick infomercial break, and when we come back, we'll get back and close out.
talking about Jalen Miro and the Pips? The perfect weak side linebacker, right? Put him next to the mic.
I'm not going to take up a lot of time, but I want to say that I'm excited about what.
Okay, forgive me, my brother. What's on your mind?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just still sorry for all the other content creators now that we have this mega star back in our presence.
Y'all, I can't wait to get Greg back on the show, man. That's one of my favorite all-time callers. We got a lot of good callers. Greg is funny when it comes to talking as Bama football, but he be saying some real stuff. And he said, well, some things you just got, he get into that mode, but I can't wait to have him call in. But listen, closing segment, y'all, I just want to say this about Alabama football. We got projections. Everybody is, they had their high hopes. What's up, Shamika? Good to see you. Roll Tide. Let me get that comment back. Good to see my sister tapping in. Shamika Walker, I see you tapping in on TikTok too. Appreciate the taps on the screen over there. Went to Harvard. Tony boy, what's good? I see y'all tapping the screen. Much love. Oh, Valor, Lance. We got a Lance in the chat. Over on the TikTok. Appreciate Tiffany Sports for tapping that screen over there. Y'all make sure y'all follow her. He ended up doing something for me. Let me do this real quick. This is family right here. This is where I gotta do this, man. I'm telling y'all, it's some quality stuff going on with the Coach Smook Network. We're making some quality collabs, y'all. Not just with everybody. I love people that are passionate about their content. I don't gotta beg you to put nothing out. You just do what you do, and what you do, and what I tell y'all about being authentic, man. The Coach Smook Network ain't for everybody. I promise you, it's not. It's not. I don't expect it to be, right? Now, some people say, your intro's too much. I'm an artistic person. I love music. That's why we have background music when we chat. That's why we have a roll call. I like to interact with people. Because I'm really a loner. I don't like to be around people. But when I get outside and I don't like for people to feel comfortable around me. So I interact, man. If I see you looking at me, I'm gonna speak. If you looking at me, I'm gonna speak. If you look at me, I'm gonna speak. I don't know why. It's just, I feel like we should be able to do that. And it's up to you if you speak back or not, And I just feel people's energy. So I'm grateful to be in this situation. But I'm going to do this final thought, man. And we're going to get up out of here. I'll check in with y'all a little bit later today. But when it comes to Alabama's football season, y'all know my projection. I have us going 11-1, 10-2. And honestly, I say 11-1 just trying to be unbiased. But when I look at the schedule and how it shapes out, we have an opportunity to really be a solid 12-0 team. Say what you want, feel how you feel. The way this roster looks, even with the injuries in the running back room, I think there's so much potential around what we have put it on the field this year. So much high-end potential. You look at the first game against Eastern Carolina at home. You look at Kentucky, on the road. I think that's going to be the first true test. The Florida State game at home, South Carolina, those two games being at home, you get two conference games in the first 4 weeks. That's not usual, in the past. With adding the new conference game with the 9th conference game to me, made a lot more sense. Strict the schedule for the SEC. Maybe it'll push the other conferences to stop keeping their top heavy teams from playing people, right? From beating each other up. Then we open up, like I said, South Carolina, then on the road at Mississippi State. I think that's going to be crazy. Did Mississippi State, did the NCAA ban them from being able to do the cowbells during the play? Right? Ain't that what happened? They banned them from being able to do the cowbells during the play. They can do it in between, but they can't do it during the play. I want to go. Listen, that's a game I want to go to. If I want to do an away game this year, I want to go to Mississippi State, and then we'll turn around and be right back in Tuscaloosa. As a matter of fact, the way it's looking, we might go to Mississippi State and come back, and we might set up in Tuscaloosa for the whole Georgia week. We might, you know what? I got family now. I got family there, like family. We're gonna set that up. Good morning, Miss Pat. I knew Mama Pat was gonna check in. Y'all know. Listen, say what y'all want.
it's some viewers' names that I see and say whatever. But it's some people that I love to see their names come in the chat. It's some people that I've been missing. But Miss Pat, man, she knows she holds a special place in my heart. Y'all keep Miss Pat in y'all prayers, man. She been supporting the Coach Smook Network from the background for a long time now. She been rocking with your boy. She give me like my grandmother. Like, I miss my grandma. Y'all know I'm a big mama's boy, right? I miss my grandma too, and she give me those talks, man. Give me that love and that support, man, that I need. So I appreciate Miss Pat. What's up, Big Bama? My boy, hey, phone line's still open, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of dragging it because I see some of y'all rolling over. I forgot y'all be doing fun stuff on Friday nights. I be in front of my computer editing and at the gym and stuff at Waffle House, thinking I'm having a good on time. Y'all be out there living big time, big lives. I gotta get grown one day. We went to the same type of schedule as the Big Ten just for them to schedule the school for the blind and Bishop Sycamore. The SEC bowed down for no reason. Somewhat. I think you're gonna see, just like 2 years ago when we made certain changes. You're gonna see it. And Sankey is always ahead of the game when it comes to making changes for the SEC. Right? There's no secret about it. He's always been an advocate for keeping the SEC ahead of the rest of the leagues. I think we'll be fine, man. And I don't think it affects us negatively because even the committee selection process is about to change. Like, you gotta get staff members on the committee that actually know football, are currently involved in football. And I think where you go is you go to the retired guys that literally your analysts that speak and cover the games that are getting access to these programs, right? Guys like Josh Pate should have a voice on the committee. Like, let's be honest. Guys like vetted sources that cover the game, that can provide insightful, they should be on the committee. I would even, you know what? I would even go as far as getting controversial and getting guys like Klatt on there, right? Because I think he does a lot of his takes for the media. And he gets paid off of what his takes are. I mean, but when it come down to make decisions, man, you know how money move. Money makes stuff move. We should be ready to go this season. Roster stacked and dangerous in season. Hoodie, Debo, know what's on the line. Let's roll all 2026. My guy Tim Brooks checking in with the comment. Appreciate you for the love, man. 334-625-1121. Final thought, call in. We got 3 minutes before we end the show. So if you want to say something real quick, online is open for you. 334-625-1121. And again, thank y'all for watching, man, and hanging out today. We appreciate y'all for the support. I just realized Nick Saban had reconstruction a new offensive line as well in his third year. Facts. A whole new group, Shamika. A whole new group. People don't realize year 3 was when, like, we really saw the Saban process start to take shape. The funny thing is, Caleb DeBoer has literally done exactly what Nick Saban did. He came in, he won, 9 games, didn't get no special, wins in the postseason. Actually, 6 and 7 was the first year, lost the bowl game for Coach Saban. Then 2008, you see a little surge, spots here where games where we looked like we was about to turn a corner. Oh, went 10-2 that same year. If I'm not mistaken, went 10-2. Same thing Caleb DeBoer did regular season, 10-2. You lose one game you shouldn't have lost, then you lose a big game. You don't make the playoffs. You don't go to the SEC. You don't win the SEC championship game. And then you see, not only did you see major roster turnover from year 2 to year 3 with a lot more freshmen playing in year 3, a lot more young guys that were recruited in the system, but you saw staff changes, huge staff changes. You saw Kirby Smart become the defensive coordinator. I think Applewhite was the offensive coordinator. And then the way the offensive staff was constructed, you saw more coaches added to the staff. Coach Saban started that, extending these coaching staffs. He also won a championship his third year of coaching at Alabama. Yeah, I keep telling everybody, if y'all haven't seen my video on YouTube, I posted it when Caleb DeBoer first started. I said I felt like this would be another, like, does this not feel eerily similar to the Coach Saban hiring and the transition? Like, I made a few points back 2 years ago when he first got hired. I think I'm going to share it.
Year 2 under Saban, we got stomped out by Oklahoma in the Sugar Bowl. I remember that. What's his name? Was it not Stafford? What was the boy's name? The Oklahoma quarterback. It wasn't Matt Stafford. What was the boy's name? Stafford played at Georgia. Jesus Christ. Knight. Nah, it wasn't even Trevor Knight. Trevor Knight came later. Sam, was it Sam? No, it wasn't Sam. What was his name? It wasn't Trevor Knight. It wasn't Trevor. It was before Trevor. It was he had the beady eyes guys, dark eyebrows. I forget his name. Y'all gonna leave me out like this. Hold up. What's the boy name, man? It's not Baker Mayfield. Sam Bradford. It wasn't Trevor Knight. It was Sam Bradford, y'all. It was Sam Bradford. Go check it out. It was Sam Bradford. That's who it was. Yeah, it was Sam Bradford. Y'all thought it was Trevor Knight. Nah, Trevor Knight had a lot of hype when we played them. But you remember Josh Jacobs and them beat up on Trevor Knight, I thought. Or was that Baker? That was Baker that they beat up on. Or it might have been Trevor Knight. Let me see. Yeah, we done did that thing again where we get off topic. Let me see. Oh no, they beat us. Oh, that was the playoff game. Yeah, they did get that one for us. Sugar Bowl. Yeah, he killed us that. Yeah. I do remember that one. I forget that one. The first year the first. So wait. And this is when timelines mix up for Saban era because it was such a crazy turnaround in year 3. So 2008 Sugar Bowl, that would have been 2007 Sugar Bowl. We lost to Utah, and then 2008 end of season, second year is when we lost to Oklahoma. 2009 is when we won it all. Right? Am I thinking right, chat? I just had a whole brain fart. But I was trying to just buy time to get y'all a chance to call in. But if ain't nobody calling in, we're going to go ahead and end the show, man. We're going to be back tonight, though. Hopefully y'all can call in, share some more thoughts. We had some great calls today. Appreciate all the callers today. And think about supporting, man. If you want to support directly, man, everything that we're earning right now, we're trying to fix our laptop. I know y'all love to see like all the edits and production. Right now, we're limited to doing everything on the phone when we're mobile. And we have to be mobile to move around and get this coverage for y'all. So we're trying to get our MacBook screen fixed, and we're trying to get another camera so that we can continue to provide the interactive coverage. We got our DJI mics. Thanks to a sponsor for supporting and donating those. We got some DJI mics, some quality mics. Then we have a couple. I think we got some stands and some lighting that should be being donated or being given to us. So we appreciate the sponsors for that. But all your direct donos from the beginning of August all the way up until we reach this goal, we're trying to repair that equipment. Some people have asked, do we want to replace it? No, y'all don't know how much memory I got on that stuff, man. Y'all listen, I know I could get I can do the whole external memory device and all that stuff. I don't want to do that. External hard drive. I don't want that. I want to get back on that MacBook. It got my fingerprints on it, man. Man, I'm telling you, I got hours on that, hours and hours of edits and work. And the way we move around, it's just efficient to just go ahead and get it fixed. So everything that y'all donating directly is going towards the upkeep and the functionality of that. We appreciate all the support. No, you're off. It was 6-6 under year 1.
12-0 year 1, 12-0 year 2, lost to Oklahoma. Year 3, we won BC. Nah, Master Roshi, you're wrong. 6-6 year 1, year 2 definitely lost 2 regular season games. We didn't go 12-0 in the regular season. No, we lost 1 in the regular season, and then we lost in the SEC championship to Florida in 08. So yeah, we didn't go undefeated. And then the 3rd year we went undefeated, or I think 11-1. We'll talk about it later. I need to go eat. Blessings all. Stay safe and cool. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Miss Pat, for pulling up and supporting. Thank everybody for pulling up. 2010, we blew Michigan out in the Outback Bowl. I remember that one. That was a funny one. Yeah, we good. We good. We'll talk about it later. We'll open the phone lines. Y'all doing all this texting and chatting. Y'all can't get on the phone lines with y'all quiet selves. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, though. And once again, when you see me in the streets, holler at me and say, put me in the game, Coach Smook. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Think about becoming a member of the AAA family. And we'll see y'all on the next one. Be blessed.
Authenticity above all, that's where I stand. If you ain't a real fan, you'll fail with the fan. They tried to box me in, and I keep it though off the frame. Turn the pressure into power, put my stamp on the game. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, Smook, that's what they saying. Put me in the game, coach, in the game. Put me in the game, coach, that's what they saying.
Players and the staff are pulling up right now for today's scrimmage. Coach David Ballou in the front. Y'all can see everybody pulling up, man. And boys over there, look at Deontay live.
Hey, y'all, I'm walking out of Walmart. Check, what's your name, bro?
Man, my name Michael McKinney, man. I'm a true Alabama fan, and this man does a good job on his podcast.
What's up, bro?
Reviewing Alabama football. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Appreciate that, bro. Roll Tide, man.